Good morning everyone. Today we'll start with the next topic or next chapter, we can say, that is cubes and cube roots. So in the previous chapter we had discussed squares and square roots. So you must remember what we had done in that chapter. Now we'll see how to find out cubes and cube roots. So when we talk about cube, you should remember we are talking about number 3. Okay. So how cube is related to number 3? Okay, so uh, when we talk about number 3, that means we are talking about a cube. Okay, so first of all, when we talk about cube, we should know in geometry how a cube looks. A cube is a figure, okay, that is made by joining how many squares? 6 squares, right? So which 3 dimensions do we study here? We study here 3 dimensions, that is length, breadth and height. Okay, so these are the 3 dimensions which we study in a cube. So similar to this cube, we talk about cubes. When we say 3, a number, when we multiply to itself 3 times, like 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2, that is 8. Okay, this we can call as 2 cube. Okay, this number, when we multiply 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2, it is known as 2 cube. For example, in square, when we multiplied a number by 2 times, that is 4 square. So here this is called cube. Okay, so whenever we multiply a number to itself 3 times, it is known as cube number. Okay, so what we should know is that we should know the cube of first numbers 1 to 10. 1 cube is 1, 2 cube is 8, 3 cube is 27, 4 cube is 64. In the similar manner, you should know what is 5 cube, what is 6 cube, what is 7 cube, what is 8 cube. Similarly, what is 9 cube and what is 10 cube. Okay, so as you know, 10 cube is 1000. 9 cube is 729. When you will solve this, 9 multiplied by 9 multiplied by 9, you will come to know. Similarly, 8 cube is 256. 7 cube is 343. 6 cube is 216. 5 cube is 125. Okay, so you have to learn all these cubes. Similarly, there are cubes from numbers 11 to 20. Okay, so when we'll see some numbers, we'll observe 1 is an odd number and it has cube number as odd. Similarly, 2 is even number, its cube is also even. Similarly, 3 square, 3 is odd number, its cube is odd. 4 is even number, so its cube is even. So, when we find the cube of odd number is always odd. Similarly, even number cube is always even. Okay, so this is a property of cubes. Okay, that the cube of odd numbers is odd and even numbers is even. So this is a property of cube. Okay, now we'll move on to the next property or some interesting patterns. Okay, so first of all, when we talk about patterns, so we should know the first pattern is of adding consecutive odd numbers. In the squares, we know adding consecutive odd numbers. As you know, in squares also we had done adding consecutive odd numbers. In squares was that first sum of first n numbers is n square. Okay, sum of first n natural numbers is first n odd numbers is n square. Here in cubes, when we talk about cubes, you can see there is a pattern which follows like this. 1 equals to 1 cube, right? 3 plus 5. As you know, 2 is not an odd number, it is an even number. Next is 3. Leave 1 over there. The next number is 3. In between comes a 4. Don't take 4, take 5. 3 plus 5 becomes 8. 8 is 2 cube. Okay. Similarly, if you take, now you have to take 3 numbers. After 5, 6, leave 6. 7 plus, leave 8. 9 plus 11. That is 27. That is the cube of 3. Now, this is 2 cube. As you can see, you have taken 2 numbers. This is 3 cube. We have taken 3 numbers. Now, 11, 12 leave karo. Then take 13 plus, leave 14, 15 plus, 16 leave 17 plus, 17 leaving 18, 19 gives the sum 64. That is the cube of 4. So 4 numbers you have added and the cube is 64. So this is an interesting pattern which comes in cubes. Okay. So now next pattern is, this was adding consecutive odd numbers. Next pattern is cubes and their prime factors. Cubes and their prime factors. Right? So in this, when you find a cube and its prime factors, okay, so you will see each prime factor will appear 3 times. Will appear 3 times. How many times? 3 times. Okay. For example, if we take an example, so if we say 4 cube, okay, when we are talking about 4 cube, so that is equals to 64. When we do the prime factorization of 64, okay, 2, how many times? 2 3s are 2s are, 2 16s are, 2 8s are, 2 4s are, 2 2s are, 2 1s are. How many times? 6 times. So 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 and multiplied by 2. So here you can see 3 times 2 and 3 times 2. That is 2 cube multiplied by 2 cube. Okay. So as you know, 4 has the factors 2 and 2. How many times they are? 2 multiplied by 2, and you can see this is 3 times. Each factor is 3 times. Okay. So in cube, each prime factor appears 3 times in its cube. For example, if we say the 6 cube is 216. When you will find the prime factors, the factors of 6 are 2 and 3. When you will find the prime factors, that is 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. So each prime factor of the number appears in its cubes 3 times. So 2 appears 3 times, 3 appears 3 times. Okay. So this was another pattern. Now we will move on to the next pattern, that is Or we can take some examples with this. How we find if a number is a perfect cube or not? See, let us take an example. If we say we have to find out if 729 is perfect cube or not, right? Perfect cube or not. Okay, so for 729, what we have to do? We have to find the prime factorizations. Okay, so for prime factorization 729. Okay, let's find the prime factors of 729. So first of all, we will have to divide it by 3. 3 2s are 6. 3 4s are 12. 3 3s are 9. Next 3 8s are 24. 3 1s are 3. 3 2s are 6. 3 7s are 21. 3 9s are 27. 3 3s are 9. 3 1s are 3. So 729 can be written as 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 and multiplied by 3. So as you can see, there can be two triplets formed. Means there are two groupings of 3 and 3. So factors can be grouped in triplets. So this is a perfect cube. If the factors can be grouped in triplets, factors can be grouped in triplets, right? So this is a perfect cube. Okay. And if it is not a perfect cube, if any number is not a perfect cube, its factors would not be able to split or grouped in triplets. For example, if we talk about 243, right? 243 has factors, as you can see, prime factorization. 243 has 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 and multiplied by 3. So one triplet, but the other triplet is not complete. So 243 is not a perfect cube. Okay. So this is how you're going to find out if a number is perfect cube or not. Okay. So now we'll move on to the next topic, that is smallest multiple, that is a perfect cube. Okay. So now we want to find out the smallest multiple that is a perfect cube. For this we'll take one example. Example number 2 on page number 112. So we are taking an example. So in this they are saying that is 392 a perfect cube? Is 392 a perfect cube? Right? We have to find out this or not. Okay, 392. So I think this is not. So 392, is it a perfect cube or not? First question is this. If not, find the smallest number by which 392 must be multiplied so that the perfect product is a perfect cube. Okay. So for this, first of all, we need to find the prime factors. Okay. So we'll find out the prime factors of 392. Okay. So start multiplying by 2. So 2 1s are 2, right? 1 9, 2 9s are 18, 2 6s are 12. Again 2 9s are 18, 2 8s are 16, 2 4s are 8, 1 2 9s are 18. Again now multiply this, divide this by 7. 7 7s are 49, 7 1s are 7. Okay, so the prime factors for 392 are 392, 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 7. So in the previous topic we discussed when we find the perfect cube, if the number has prime factors and they are grouped into triplets, so the number will be a perfect cube. But here, as you can see, 2 cube is a triplet, 2 is a triplet, but 7 is not having 1 7, otherwise it would have been a triplet. So we'll multiply 392 into 7. So 7 is the smallest multiple by which we'll multiply 392, and 392 will become a perfect cube. So 392 multiplied by 7 we should do, that is 2744. So this will be the perfect cube. Okay, so this is how we are going to find out the smallest multiple. I hope you have understood this. Okay, now if they are asking by which number we should divide, for example, we are given 53240. Now we are asked by which smallest number we should divide it to make it a perfect cube. So for this, find the prime factors again. So the prime factors will be 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 11 multiplied by 11 and multiplied by 11 and multiplied by 5. So as you can see here, 2 is forming a triplet, 11 is also forming a triplet, but 5 is not forming a triplet. So the smallest number by which 53240 should be divided is 53240 should be divided by 5. So this will be 2 cube multiplied by 11 cube. Then it will become a perfect cube. So when we divide 53240 by 5, you get 10648, which is a perfect cube. Okay. So this type of questions can be done in this manner. Okay. Now we'll see the exercise, that is exercise 7.1. In exercise 7.1, question number 1, which of the following numbers are not perfect cubes? So what do you have to do? You have to find the prime factorization. If triplets are not grouped, so it is not a perfect cube. So this question can be done. Find the smallest number by which each of the following numbers must be multiplied to obtain a perfect cube. Just find the prime factorization and then multiply the number by which a triplet is not formed. Okay. Find the smallest number by which the number must be divided. The single number which is left, we will divide it by that number. Next is Parikshit makes a cuboid of plasticine of sides this 5 cm, 2 cm and 5 cm. How many such cuboids we need to form a cube? So this is your assignment for today. You have to do this question. Okay, I hope you have understood. In the next class, we will start with cube roots. Thank you, class.